Hello everyone, LIGHTSTAR here, and I'm addressing the Warriors of Love today as I'm coming forth with my part 3 of this series that I've been doing on the Warriors of Truth, the Warriors of Love, and the Warriors of Light. And now we finally get to the Warriors of Love. So I'm going to share some information about what the Warriors of Love are, who you guys are, and some of the traits and characteristics, and also do a light language activation as well for you guys. And I'm going to talk about some other things that I maybe didn't mention in the part 1 and part 2. So you're going to want to stick around for the whole video and watch that, because I'll create a summary for you and talk about some of the analogies that can help out, or some of maybe the characteristics and job functions, and even some of the physical attributes of what your Achilles heels are going to be. And I'm going to talk about that towards the end for all of them. So, but for those of you guys, Warriors of Love, that want to tune in or send this to anyone you feel would actually benefit from getting a dose of love energy and all that good stuff, so send that along. So I'm really excited. So let's get into the content and activation today. Greetings everyone, this is LIGHTSTAR and welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad you guys are here again, because we're going to continue on with part 3 for the Warriors of Love. For those of you who have been following this, I've done a couple of other videos, first on the Warriors of Truth, the Warriors of Light, and now we have the Warriors of Love. So I love to share a lot more about this. We're going to do light language activation and a couple of other things I want to share about this. So stay tuned for that. But I just want to also say hello to all of you guys who are here for the first time. If you would like to subscribe to the channel here, or YouTube calls it subscribe, I just call it join the tribe. Please click that subscribe button, and you'll be subscribed to the channel. I also want to implore you guys to comment and share the video, and also like the video as well, give it a thumbs up. And also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. And those of you that like to also follow it on other platforms, I am on BitChute and Brighteon, and also Odyssey and Library as well. So you can go check it out there. It comes up a little bit after the YouTube video posts, then it will post there. And also want to give a huge thank you, a huge shout out to those of you guys who have donated on my platforms, Patreon and also PayPal. I so appreciate that, because I am, we're spending a lot of time doing these things. It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of energy. I'm doing all of this myself. And believe me, I never knew how much there was to put into filming this stuff and editing and all that fun stuff. But please go on and subscribe to my Patreon, show a little love there. And also, if you'd like to do it on PayPal, there are links below for that as well. But again, I so appreciate all of you for that. Can't tell you how much that means to me. And as we know, I've been expanding on different platforms. And as we know, censorship is getting worse by the day. So I don't know where I'm going to be, but if you could always go on to my website at lightstarcreations.com, and my contact page has all the social media platforms that I'm on. And speaking of censorship, if you need help yourself and would like to get uploaded to other platforms, expand, or whatever you'd like, I have a recommendation of someone that I have used who really helped me. His name is Matthew Raymer with Anomalist Design. His link is below, as well to his website, about how he can help you to get to other platforms. He does website development and also YouTube content creator consultations, and so highly recommend him. So go check that out too. So let's get into this. I'm excited. I want to share a little bit more about the Warriors of Love, first of all, because I've been talking about the Warriors of Truth and the Warriors of Light. And the reason why I started this whole thing is based upon a channeled message that came through Master Hilarion, Ascended Master Hilarion, that I channeled for 2021. And it came through with such a crucial, important statement that he said about the warriors of truth, love, and light, that I wanted to take this into somewhat of a mini series. So I'm going to post that up for those of you guys who are just watching for the first time. You can go back and watch the other videos, part 1 and part 2. But I'm going to post up this statement here. The channeled sentence is that he said that I think is really important and is the basis for all of that. So go ahead and read that first, and we'll be back on the flip side of that. Okay, so now we have the basis and the foundation. I want to share a little bit more about what the warriors of love are. Now, for me, you guys are a couple of different things, okay? So you guys are the loving essence of support. It's what it means to be loving and supportive, just like the name says, warriors of love. You guys are also like the chicken soup for the soul, or veggie soup for the soul these days, perhaps. And you guys are like the union of Mother Earth and Father Sky. So it's like the combination, the union of those two things. You are also the angelic incarnates of love on the planet here. And you're also Gaia's caretakers. So you guys are the nurturers, the caretakers, the loving support that brings, that we need here on the planet for all of us to sustain here and connect with one another and nurture and love each other. And so some of the traits that a warriors of love would have, you're super non-judgmental and very accepting of others, obviously. It's that unconditional love that you have, the supportive love that you have, the arms of God, and I love that. You guys are really nurturing, loving, and support, and that's what you're here for. You guys tend to speak more from the heart and with profound depth. You know, sometimes we have the warriors of light and warriors of truth tend to speak a little bit more from the head area. You guys actually speak from the heart. You're really more kind of, you know, in lack of a better term here, oozing out nurturing energy. And you guys all know those people when you walk into a room and they just exude all this love, energy, and you just feel so good in their presence and you feel so loved and supported. Family is usually a lot more important to you guys. Love in the family, harmony in the family, union in the family, and that's really important for you guys. So you are also profound healers and counselors and all of that good stuff as well. And by the way, all these different variants of the warriors of light, love, and truth all can be healers, okay? It's not like I'm just singling out. They're different types of healers, but they fall within all three of those categories, okay? Now, what I always like to share is what you guys need. That's the basis of my light language activation, okay? So the basis for you guys is that you guys really need, you need love, okay? So some of, I would say, your Achilles heel. Remember how I talked about in the Warriors of Light, where their Achilles heel is going to be more the nervous system? Well, for you guys, it's really more the lymphatic system, the endocrine system, and the reproductive system. Those are going to be some of the areas. Also the heart too, obviously physical heart, but in the systems, it's going to be that endocrine, reproductive, and also the digestive system, I would also say, because you guys have a lot of difficulty digesting the heaviness and density of this planet. So I'd say that would also be included. So those are some of your, I would say, Achilles heel. This is the thing that hurts the most here on the planet, I would say, in a physical form, and where you maybe see things manifesting in your body. Some of the things that you guys need, okay, this is the basis of what my light language activation is on, is to play and have fun. You guys need that fun-loving, playful energy of keeping and running that going, because you guys have that love that you provide for all of us, and that fun-loving, okay, energy is so needed, okay? You guys also need to feel very appreciated and that you're needed and loved, okay? So because you exude that out for others, that's something that you need to recharge your battery. And you also need rest and nourishment and rejuvenation from things like green foods, being out in the mountains, water, baths. You need a lot of rest, and also just grounding and good nourishment. And I would say you also need oxygen. You guys are the breathers, so you breathe life into the planet, that creative spark, that life force. And so breath work is going to be good. Also that you guys need, so as you do this exercise and this activation, you can breathe a lot, getting oxygen to the brain and getting moving, and exercise is good for you guys as well. And another thing is, one of the most important things for you guys is to have boundaries, have clear boundaries. Yes, that's important for all of us, but I see that the warriors of love are the ones that have tendency to lose themselves in other people and other situations and not take care of themselves. So we're going to focus it all the way back, turning it inward to having healthy boundaries, knowing what those are, not in a bad way, but in a healthy way, okay, for you guys to stay sane and continue to project that loving energy that we all need to have that running very clearly, okay? So that's something a little bit more about the warriors of love and what you guys need and what the energies are, the traits are. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to dive into this light language activation for you guys based upon those things, that some of the things to help you. And as I always say in my light language activations, I'm going to do them now, so I don't know what's coming here. But after the fact, I will be putting up which ones they were in terms of the energies and where they were coming from, so that you'll know that. Some of you guys have appreciated. If I can do that, yes, I will. So that will be on the flip side of it. So in doing so for the light language activation part, always like to remind you guys to just put your minds off to the side and just receive, okay? Love is all about receiving, so this is going to be very open and receptive for all of you guys. This is also helpful for those of you who are not necessarily associating with warriors of love, but you still need that energy yourself, okay? So it's really meant for everybody, but I'm just clarifying a little bit more about what the warriors of love look and feel like, okay? So let's get into it. Again, putting your mind off to the side, I'm just going to go in, tune in, and see what comes for you guys, okay? Ratir ner sarnar ratarnak. Rutusururandarai se rumbariki tasarnogurakuto ran suriataruguroshi randarare sutarmiritis arukurundare sariandari horoguria shanarare serumara kiritirun solomaritiri Kirinduru ran salameridi harratir tisururo tusukora tariteras. Siso tari chitara marakare seya. Oh, saratara shitsar marate so kogesha. Saritesi. Si tarada samata tizete tora tara shokora. Saritisi ataramati. Si titiara tara tokoro shonana tera. Paretesinda tiri tara nama. Koro todo sondare Ikiwa kanas, asai shia kiwahanata, he suha tahama kaokoe, iwasana ewa, hiwatani iwa kahana isuma, hi te uanananasiwa kaki shokwana. Kwanata kanami ukurak, nari unsarami itiri ikwaranar. Surudu alme ikivia, kare isa kiwa kide ewa, saete ewa ka aki, gurundara ko ugo, ansoko umai shi alata ini atsa akwain, te insio ka I ke iwa atana al amasa iwa shake iwa, he tewa sai sea, kai inso ukushiwa ke hetenia alma le ikiwa shiiwa shiine etese hiritsu okoma iwa ke ikite ana asaka mi iwa ka a shiwa desana maakiwa kaishe shenea. And breathe in the energies, filling your lungs, filling your heart, filling your circulation with this loving energy of embrace and support for you and your family, for you and for everyone around you. This loving embrace and supportive energy that flows into you and also into Gaia through you, from you, as you. As you embody this energy of love and nurturing support for the world, activating you and enlivening you with new rejuvenated energies. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just breathe in that beautiful loving energy. Breathe in love, oxygen. Remember to breathe in and breathe in that love into your heart. And just relax. So I hope you guys enjoyed that energy. I also want to share at this ending part of this series here, I wanted to share a couple things to help you guys out with maybe some of the things that can help to distinguish the difference between the warriors of truth, the warriors of light, and the warriors of love. And remember when I gave that campfire analogy, I think it was in the last one, Warriors of Light, where I said in terms of a fire or a campfire and how this works in an analogy, is that basically the warriors of truth are going to be the ones that where the fire is burning. That's the burning fire. Okay, the warriors of light are the ones that are the spark, the ignition of that light. It's the fuel for the fire. And the warriors of love are actually going to be the kindling, and also the oxygen that supports the fire. So you see how that works together, where they all work synergistically together. And another example I want to give about this is in terms of like tree analogy, okay, or plant or flowering. You could look at a fruit tree, whatever. But the warriors of truth are going to be the roots and the trunk. That's the level of structure that goes down into the basis of who they are. The warriors of light are going to be the sunlight and the photosynthesis that happens to keep that plant and that tree or the flower or the fruit tree going. And the warriors of love would then be the soil, the fertilizer, and the water, the nutrients that help to feed and help to support that entire tree or plant or flower. Okay, so that's kind of how these things work. I'm just giving a few different analogies here. And just basically overall, I wanted to say that the Achilles heel in all of them, and I go through this because I may not have said this in the Warriors of Truth when I started out. I didn't quite know how this was going, but I want to say the Achilles heel for them. So the Warriors of Truth, the part that might be the Achilles heel or the difficulty, challenges you might experience within the body system is going to be in the brain area, the mind, the brain, also the musculoskeletal system. Okay, so that's where you might have some issues, and also the immune system, the immunity, and all the little warriors that are in there fighting, right? So that's where some of the issues might come about. I'm not saying it's the only areas, but I'm saying that just intuitively, that's where I was feeling it would might come about. Now, the warriors of light will have, as I talked about before, the nervous system. Very, very important. Okay, so the nervous system and the central nervous system and the nerves and all of that can get frayed, right? So also circulation, okay, circulating that energy and light can get a little out of whack. So those are areas of to be mindful of in your, everyday life to keep your energy going and to keep it running. The warriors of love are going to have more issues in the endocrine systems, the reproductive systems, and also the digestive system, as we talked about a little bit earlier. So like I said, and also could be cardiovascular depending on what's going on. But these are just some of the areas where you might find things that just get out of whack in your body. So from the different streams that you are, okay? Now, I want to also say, this can also be really helpful here, is these are kind of like functions of the different warriors of truth, light, and love. And I came up with some words or some terms. They're not really necessarily like roles or career paths or something, but more in the terminology that you would maybe resonate with if you're trying to figure out if you're like, do I resonate with which one, or which one resonates more for me? And so I would say, see, there's some of the terms that I would use to describe maybe the warriors of truth would be way shower, disseminator, facilitator, activist, truth teller, motivator, initiator, and speaker. Okay, so those just give some words to play around with that might help out. For you, the warriors of light would be more emissary, catalyst, activator, luminary, guide, inspirer, if that's even a word, light bearer, and luminary. And for the warriors of love, you guys would have some descriptions that would be nurturer, advocator, lover, counselor, humanitarian, supporter, shepherd, and caretaker. So those are some ideas to give you to play around with, and that doesn't mean that some of these terms can't be interchanged. I'm just giving an overall sense. And I was talking to somebody about this, or I believe it was on one of my, I forgot what we were talking about this, and I was talking to somebody else, and it popped up, actually someone else inquired about this as well, is that when you're trying to figure out whether you fit into the warriors of light, warriors of love, warriors of truth, which one? Now, I'm not trying to put you guys in a box because we all have all three streams pretty much running within all of us. But you're going to find usually that one or two of these streams are going to come more as a primary for you. And so if you can't figure out which one with what I've given you here, think about how other people see you. How do other people describe you? And how do other people see you as, your character traits? And that kind of helps you out to see what it is as well, because your primary mission is usually going to be the first one. Okay. As I said before, just an example of myself, I resonate more with the warrior of light. Okay. It doesn't mean I don't have the other ones. It just means that's the one that I kind of primary am mindful of in my life. And that's kind of what I'm generally doing here. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of the warriors of love, and also the ending cycle here with this series here is just to, not limit yourself. The whole point, and the whole reason why this came up was because Master Hilarion in that channeling was saying that all these warriors of light, warriors of truth, and warriors of love need to step up to the plate this year because of the importance. It's extremely important, particularly in this year where all of you guys get very clear and step up to the plate in your own individual areas. So that was kind of the importance of that. Again, you can go back and listen to any of the previous videos to see the series. And so I hope you guys have enjoyed this little series. If you like these kind of videos, just pop it a comment or let me know or something like that, so I know you guys enjoyed these. And also, if you'd like to work with me privately, I have private sessions you can check out on my website, which is lightstarcreations.com, where you can check out all of my artwork, custom artwork. What else do I have on there? My music activations, 444 music activation, as well as my newest Transcension 2222, which is really powerful, vision quests and music for 22 minutes, 22 seconds, and lots of other goodies on there that I have to share with you guys, to help you guys, to enlighten and to provide that warrior of light energy for you all for that activation. And so that's it for now. I'll be back, but I just wanted to say I love you guys, and all my love and my light and the truth is coming forward at this moment for all of you, and sending love from the galactics, the angelics, and the elementals as usual. So bye for now, but we'll see you guys again soon. Lots of love.